helps us get out of our comfort zone, which all of us are here to do the same thing, get out of your comfort zone. Because your comfort zone is your income zone. The more you stay there.
Here, let me switch with you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
You know, wherever you stay at your comfort zone, that's where your income is gonna stay. You know, how many people want to push for twice of whatever they're making right now?
Yo.
Right. So if you push from your comfort zone, you know, it's gonna push your income zone to the next level. So my name is Cater. What I'm gonna do, I'll say a little bit about my story, and then I'll do the teaching tomorrow on the stuff that I'm learning now, right? Cool? You go hard, right? You go hard or you go home. You know what's gonna happen for yourself, guys. I can tell you can change your life. I'll just do some mindset stuff. I'll let you guys know a little bit about myself and, you know, why I'm so driven to get this stuff going. And, you know, I came from Haiti. I came to the state at a young age. I was 14 when I came to the United States. I went to high school. I didn't speak English. How many people had a good time in high school? Raise your hand. Not me. My high school days sucks. You know, I got bullied. I didn't speak English, so people picked up on me a lot. You know, so it wasn't that sweet to me. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna make it, right? I'm gonna learn English, and then I'm gonna make stuff happen. College was all right, but then, you know, after I studied college, I knew that that was the path that, hey, you're just gonna go to school, get a degree, and then everything is gonna turn out to be okay. And that's what's being pushed by a lot of our parents. You know, just go to school and, you know, get a degree and you're gonna be fine. But then, you know, I moved to Florida. I started in the nursing in New York, then I moved to Florida, and then life happens. How many people life happens to them, right? You think that, hey, you know, this is the blueprint, this is how things are gonna go out. You have it all mapped out, and then life happens. Then you realize, what the heck? All this stuff is a lie. Now I gotta figure it all out. So after I ended up getting married, I got into business. It wasn't something I was looking for. It was just something that was falling my lap. Doing internet or being an internet marketer wasn't something I was looking into doing. But when I find about, hey, I can make this stuff happen. I can make money on the internet. It was just, you know, we was looking for a way out. And then my wife ended up looking on Craigslist, and that's why I love Craigslist so much. Craigslist changed my life. So the whole story started, you know, she went on Craigslist. She found an ad after she lost her job. You know, we couldn't get unemployment, and she lost her job. She went on Craigslist. She saw this ad that says, you know, work from home. I think it was Nate that posted it. Nate wasn't around yet. But, you know, she got into the ad. She called the person, and we got started with making money online, and the journey started from there. You know, there was a lot of learning, a lot of growth that's going to happen in the process, okay? In the process, it's a process. It's a long journey. You know, you're going to go to a lot of ups and downs, but the main key is to get around people. If you can get around a group like this, you can get around people that's going to the same place as you. I could tell you, you don't have any limit. You can push to the next level, because when you get around this mastermind, you see other people that are winning. So that push you to believe in yourself and say, hey, if this guy's doing it with this long beard, what the heck, man? I could do this stuff, man. You know, so you see regular people that are doing it, and you say to yourself, man, it's possible. If it's possible for one, it's possible for all. You know, it's just of you growing your mindset to get to that level. You know, like Nate was saying earlier to Cindy, you can charge someone $10,000. You know, you're gonna have to understand customers. You know, I deal with many different customers in my business, and you know, let me just talk about this stuff. The types of customer that I dealt with. You know, I don't know which types of that you have, but in my business, I know personally, I dealt with 6 different types of customers. You know, I have people that comes to me, you know, and you know, let's put them in the category. You know, customers that I deal with. You know, there are 6 different types of customers. Nick already went the mindset. This guy's gonna come into mindset. So I decided, hey, you know what? Let me do a little bit of teaching that can help you grow your business. All right. So with the 6 different types of customer, I'll just do 2 lines, and we'll have one on the left and one on the right. You know, we have the people that are called the Freepos. How many people have some Freepos? Freepos? Correct?
Oh, yeah.
Freepos? Freepos, right? So, tell me a little bit about the Freepos. What are the characteristics of the Freepos? Anybody? Huh?
They don't want to pay for anything.
They don't want to pay for anything. Anybody else?
They want to make the money now without paying for anything.
They want to make money now without paying for the course, right?
Like
What else?
today. Excuse me. You
What
said
else?
The
Characteristics of Freepos.
Freepos.
Yeah, Freepos.
they ask a lot of questions.
They ask a lot of questions. You have those people, before they even purchase the course, they call you on the phone and they ask you 300 questions like, dude, you know, you're not even going to purchase. And at the end, they say, well, I'm not even interested. I remember when I first started my business, you know, I was selling just Z and Z, you know, just, we was doing CPA. And I would literally stay on the phone for hours just to get a $20, and it's not even a sell. Someone just have to fill an offer, and then I'll get $20 for them filling up the offer. And I would spend literally 2 hours on the phone. Yo, come on, man, this stuff is gonna change your life. And you know, you're gonna have those customers. You're trying to prove them, hey, this stuff is gonna be good for you. You know, those are the Freepos. And then the next, you have the people. They are the Cheapos. Right? You have the Cheapos, right? Tell me, guys, what are some of the characteristics of Cheapos? People that are Cheapos.
He come with these words.
Huh?
He come with these words yet.
Yeah. Cheapos.
They want everything for the lowest price.
They want everything for the lowest price. Right, and the cheapos, they won't spend more than, you know, people that are cheapos, they won't spend more than $97. You know, if anything is $97 or higher, you can forget about it. They're not going to spend any money. If you have any course or any product that's over $97, don't even let them see it. They're not going to spend anything higher than that, than 47 or 57. And they're going to ask you all types of questions. And right now, you might be attracting this customer, because when I tell you, when I first started, you know, that's the type of customer I was attracting. All Freepos, people that want stuff for free, and then cheapos. You know, those people I was attracting in my business. You know? Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. Some of you might have some of those customers, right? They want everything for free, and they want everything to be cheap. But you know what? I'm gonna change and switch into a different group of customers. Those people that give you less problem. Then I started focusing my business into getting this types of customers instead of focusing. How many people knows that whatever you focus on, it expands? Right? If you focus on, oh, I'm cheap, I just want cheap customers, I just want cheap stuff, I just want free stuff, well, you're going to end up getting all these customers with the cheapos. And now if you focus on the second side of customer that I'm going to talk about, well, the last one on this side is difficult customers. Right? Like Jermaine said, difficult customers. Give me some example of people that are difficult to do business with. Difficult customers. Anybody? They call you up 3 o'clock in the morning. You're out with your kids. You say, hey, on Facebook, yo, it's my kid's birthday. They call you like 300 times. You know, they're gonna pay the money. They might pay you $1,000, but they call you like every second. Yo, they're going through the training and they can't see something in the video. Oh man, I'm gonna call you right now. And you tell them go watch the video. They don't want to watch it. They want you to actually go on Skype with them. And you know, let's do Skype, man. Come on, just get on Skype. I just paid you $1,000. Please just get on Skype with me. You know, those are the people that are difficult customers. And sometimes we just give the money back. We just say, hey, forget it, man. Just have your money back. You know, because it's crazy. Because sometimes you're gonna have customers that don't even think you have a life. You know, that's all you do. Business is all you do. And once you take their money, you their slave. You know, it's like, yo, I'm your master now. I want you to do this. I want you to teach me this. So you're gonna have those people, right? Those types of customers. So as you start growing in your business and you start learning, then you start going into different types of customer. You know, different type of customer who's actually gonna buy from you. And from those people, those customers, I find them to be buying a lot more stuff from me, a lot faster and a lot easier. Okay, those people, they spend money in themselves and they know exactly what they want. Okay, so in this side is the educated customer. Who can take a guess of, well, the word educated customer? What are they? Those people.
They do their research.
They do their research. They already know how much you're charging. They went around, they asked other people, you know, how much you're charging for this course. They know what's inside of it. They know your value. They've seen what you've done. Those people are educated on the matter. You know, before you tell them what you're doing, they already know They know how much they're willing to pay to invest inside of themselves. Those people, they are educated and they are willing to spend the money. Maybe they might just want to get on the phone with you and ask you a few questions. Hey, how many modules am I going to get? You know, what are you going to provide? Does it come? What's the guarantee on this course? Is it 2 months? Whatever. You know, what's the guarantee on the coaching? So those people, they educate themselves. They know what they want. You know, it's not guessing or maybe. They know what they want. They're educated on the matter. You know, they might ask you more questions on, you know, what more do you provide? What more can I get from you? But those people, they are easy to sell to and they are ready to buy. Okay? The next type of customer in this side is the sophisticated customers. Okay? Those people, they just buy, you know, they just buy for fun. They just buy because I know this is what I want. Those people, they have the money in their hand and they say, hey, you know what? I know Jermaine can help me change my life, man. I'm down, let's do it. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call Jermaine, hey, I got the money. Let's do it. Let's get started. Those people, they buy for fun. They buy like, they know what they want. They already know what they want. They've done the research. You know, it's just what they want. So when you can start focusing your business on these types of customers, your life starts changing. And then you have the next types of customer is the affluent customer. What did I say?
Affluent.
All right. See if you guys are here. All right, affluent customers. And those people with the affluent customers is those people that would invest in anything. Even if it's 10K they down, they know how much value you can bring to the table. They know what you got. They've seen what you've done. Like some of you might come to the mastermind and you've seen what's possible. Those people, they're affluent. They're ready to invest at the highest level. You know, even if it's 20K, hey, I'm down. I know this stuff you're going to teach me is going to help me change my life and get me. Usually those people are already making money. It's people that's making, you know, 20, 40K inside of the business. They know, hey, you know what, if I drop 10K in this coaching program, it can help me get to 100K. You know, they're not people who's playing around. So instead of focusing on this 3 types of customers, I started focusing my business over here. So once you start focusing your business over here, you're going to start attracting more of these people. So you might say, hey, Cater, well, I don't have the value. People don't know me. I don't have a course yet. You know, I don't have my name out there yet. You know, you could get what's called success by association. You can come here and people see, like me and Victor, we was outside, and it was like, yo, that's my man, so right, he's standing back, and we said something about, you know, perception is reality. Because, you know, people will see it and they say, oh, Victor, he's doing big things, or he's standing next to Jermaine. So what I'm saying, even if you don't feel confident to go out there and get these types of customers, what you could do is get success by association. People see you in pictures with Nate. This guy's worth $1 million. Why? Because he's following, he's huge on Facebook, and they say, well, I'm not even hanging with Nate. So then you can, you know, you can actually interview Nate, Jermaine. You know, I have people who create products. Huh? You charge?
Yes.
There you go. Hey, you just heard it from the man. He charging. He's charging.
That's why he's a millionaire.
That's why he's a millionaire, guys. So he's charging. So what I'm saying, guys, you have to move from these types of customers, and you are worth whatever you say you're worth. Like if someone asks you, hey, how much do you charge for your coaching? You say 20K. Okay, who has the right to say you can charge 20K? 50K, who has the right? Who's gonna tell you? The marketplace will reward you exactly what you ask for. So if you say your coaching is worth 10K, you're gonna attract the people that can afford it at 10K. If you say it's worth 5K, you're gonna attract the people who worth at 5K. I did an experience this morning. I posted a picture. I was actually at the gym at the hotel that we was in, right? So I'm at the gym and I'm working out. I'm the only one in there, and this other guy walks in and he was like, what the hell? I need some water. Look at this water thing here over here, the water place. You know, at the hotel, we cannot drink the water at the hotel, and the bottles at the hotel, they're like $6 for you to buy just one bottle of water. And then I'm like, dude, he's like, dude, that's crazy. You know, how the heck this stuff back home, it's like $1 over here, $6. But when you thought about it, it's not the product that changed. It's not the product that changed. The water stays the same, but it's the location. It's who's selling it. It's who set the price on it. Like, I can sell a Shopify product or e-commerce product, whatever, of course, for $1,000, but someone who's just getting started, who doesn't have the experience or who doesn't have the mindset, who has not grown to that level and say, come on, man, I'm going to give it to you for free, man. I'm going to give it to you for free. Get it, taught me. I paid him $1,000 and I'm going to teach it for free. You know, I have people that comes to me all the time that says that, yo, yeah man, that guy got your coaching, but he's coaching me for free. I'm like, that guy is the dummy, because how you pay $1,000 or you pay $5,000 to get something, but then you go teach it to somebody else for free. So what I'm saying, if you're gonna grow yourself, it's really sometimes it's not even what's being sold, it's who's selling it. It's how do you present yourself. Like Jermaine said earlier, learn how to do funnel. Like there's different types of way of marketing. You know, if you differentiate yourself in the marketplace to be a professional, people will see you as a professional. If you understand how to market on a professional standpoint, your stuff look on point, you know what you're doing, you learn the strategy, people will see you as a professional, and you can say, hey, it's 10K, it's 20K for my course, it's 20K for this. People will actually respect your price, and they will pay for it, okay? So back to my story, I just wanted to share this with you guys, you know, as we was on the customer with Cindy, real quick. You know, when I first started in the game, what you're gonna realize, like Nick said something earlier that makes a lot of sense. Whatever niche that you're in, whatever business model that you're in, right now, it's good to keep coming to those mastermind because of the fact that whatever that's working right now, it might not be working 2 years down the line or even 6 months. The internet changed fast. Things change really, really fast. So if you're not learning, you're not growing, you must understand that, you know, whatever income you're making, people have the idea that passive income is perpetual income. It's not. Passive income, you can have passive income right now, and in the next 2 months, the same thing that was making you. I have someone who's my friend right now, and when I met him, he's like, dude, yeah, I met him at an event. He's like, yeah, I'm making 100K with Google AdSense, and I'm crushing it, 100K a month. So he's making $1 million. And then 2 months later, I hit him up. He's like, yeah, things changed now. I went to $1 million. Now we making 75. You know, in June I checked back with him. He's like, yo, we down to 50. And he's going crazy because I remember when I met him, he was so confident. And I met him again because we had drink while I was in Orlando. And he's like, yo, man, that stuff is down at 10K. We almost down to 0. And I'm going crazy. I don't even know what to do because I was making $100,000 a month. And that's what you must understand. You know, passive is not perpetual. Like whatever you have right now, like Nate was saying, like I did a product like when I first came into the marketplace because I was using Craigslist and I learned how to do it. And whatever you learn how to do, man, be willing to give it out there. Be willing to share your knowledge. And even if it's through a course and you get paid for it, because you never know whose lives you're going to change. I promise you that. Because all of you that's here is through someone's funnel, through someone's knowledge, through someone's course, some way, somehow, you impacted somebody to get here. So if you know something, be willing to share it. And if you can monetize it, it's even better. If you can monetize it in the back end, it's even better. So back to what I was saying, and when I first started, we was making money, and then boom, and that month, we actually did 100K in that month because we did 75K with the product. Inside of the product, we refer people to different programs that made like 10K. Then we was part of the blogging platform, Empower Network. We had like a 15K on that year, on that month. So it was like a big month for us. Then the next month, it's like, oh, shoot, it's going down. And the next month, it's like, oh, how do I hold it? How do I hold it? It's like my pocket had a hold. So, but as you start learning in the process, you're going to go through the stages. I talk about the 4S stages. Do you have anything I can erase with?
Oh,